special. May I now request Reverend Father Principal for his Christmas message.
Please be seated. Dear members of the Xaverian family, first of all, I would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, which will take place after a few days. When we walk along the streets of Kathmandu these days, you see most of the shops decorated with lights, with Christmas trees, with Santa Claus. In fact, I was surprised to see shops with so many Santa Claus dresses being sold. The first time we wanted to have a Santa Claus dress, we could not find one. That was many years ago. Things have changed so much. Now, are these changes that are taking place really in the spirit of Christmas? And that is where I find rather disheartening. I feel that Christmas has become very commercialized. It is more about Santa Claus and selling things, gifts, goods, and other things. What exactly would be the true meaning of Christmas? Last week there was this story in the newspapers about an incident that happened in the United States. There was this man, 80 plus, who lived alone in a neighborhood. And he befriended the family, young couple who came to the apartment next to his. About 2 years ago, they came to that place. And after a few months, after a year or so, a new child was born, a baby girl was born. And this man died recently, about 3 weeks ago. When his children went to clean up his room, his apartment, they found 14 gift packets with the name of that little girl who was born a few months ago. That old man had prepared gifts, Christmas gifts, for this little girl for 14 years. And people who read that story, they had this to say: this is the true meaning of Christmas. Strangers becoming neighbors. People who are strangers becoming dear to us. People who otherwise may not have been part of us, taking a room in our heart. What happened 2000 years ago is an incident of that sort. God becoming one of us. If you notice the nativity scenery there is no pomp and show there. It is just a cowshed. It is just ordinary people. No palaces, no kings, no queens. They all came later maybe. But at that particular moment, in fact for a few days, the only neighbors Jesus had was shepherds. Total strangers, again becoming someone who is part of their lives. So today, when we all celebrate Christmas, I feel that it is not about a religion. It is about relationships. First of all, relationship with God, because God has become one of us, and all of us, regardless of our caste, creed, religion, God is within us. That I think is the first belief that we must all have. When we are able to believe that God is present in us, then we will also be able to see the goodness in the others. The other person will not be a stranger for us. He or she becomes a neighbor to us. So let us celebrate this Christmas not remembering Santa Claus, but remembering the fact that the divine is in us, and the divine is in each one of us and in the other person. Therefore, our call is to make room for a stranger in our heart, so that that stranger also experiences divinity through our words, through our lives, through our expressions, through our acts of kindness. Thank you once again. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.